As many as 8 in 10 Americans suffer from back pain. A study published in 2014 showed that low back pain is the leading cause of disability worldwide. Hi, my name is Sue Quintana, and in previous videos we've explored some of the myths around the causes and relief strategies for back pain. In this video, we're going to be talking about 3 ways that you can prevent or avoid back pain. Now, these are simple yet very effective strategies that you can implement immediately. So let's get started. Now, let me start by first asking you a question. How many hours would you estimate that you spend sitting every day? The reason I ask is that studies show that the more hours a day a person is sitting, then the more likely it is that you will have back pain at some point in your life. Now, you may be telling yourself right now, wait a second. I work in an office all day long. My job requires me to sit all day. This is how I pay my bills and provide for my family. So what can I do to avoid back pain? Well, no worries, I've got you covered. I have some strategies for you that I use myself. So here we go. Number 1 is every 30 to 60 minutes, you can simply stand up get up out of your chair and stand up. Now, what are your options once you do that? Well, I have 4 ideas for you, and here they are. Number 1, if you're working on a really tight deadline and your time is of the essence, then you can simply get up out of your chair, walk a few steps either down the hall or around your office if it's a little larger, and then sit back down. Believe it or not, just those couple of minutes that would take can have profound positive effects on your health. Number 2 is you can walk to the desk of a coworker from whom you've received an email that you haven't answered yet, and you can actually talk to them in person and respond to the question that they had in their email. Number 3 is you can use a restroom on a different floor in your building if you work in a multi-level building. And then take the stairs instead of the elevator to get to and from that restroom. Now, if you may work in a single-story building, and that's common as well. So what you can do there is go ahead and go to the restroom and then step outside for 3 to 5 minutes even and walk around the building once or a couple times or whatever that would involve. That fresh air is going to do you a world of good, get lots of oxygen into that brain and help you recharge your batteries for continuing your day. Now, if the weather is nasty outside or it's just too cold to do something like that, then you can walk around the perimeter of your office suite or the building if you have access to all of those areas, and then go back, sit down at your desk and continue your work. Now, for the second strategy, I'd like to ask you another question. And this one is, do you ever feel fatigued or tired when you sit or when you work all day at a traditional desk? And the reason I ask is that you may want to explore the possibility of getting a standing desk or one that allows you the option of standing and sitting during your work day. Now, many employers are actually really open to this option nowadays because it can save them money. Number 1, for workers' comp claims, it can reduce those, and it can also reduce sick time leave as well. And the money that they save from those things more than makes up for the cost of that actual new desk. Now, if a standing desk is not an option for you, I have another idea. What you can do is possibly trade your traditional chair for a Swiss ball. Now, do you know what those look like? Well, besides being round. So some of them are rather large. They can be like literally this big, and some of them are a little bit smaller. But the bottom line is they're all at least large enough to accommodate your being able to sit in them. You may also recognize the term stability ball. That's another term that's commonly used for these types of devices. Now, just letting you know that if you do choose to use a Swiss ball, your body's going to have to work a little bit harder to stabilize itself. So you're going to want to have your chest up and your lower abs in, and your knees and ankles and hips all in alignment with each other. Now, this may be challenging for you, especially if you've never used something like this before. So my suggestion is to start small with maybe 15 to 30 minutes a day, and then gradually increase your time on the Swiss ball. Now, a word of caution too. If you have any kind of physical challenges that would make this very difficult or maybe not safe even, my suggestion is to work with your healthcare professional or a fitness professional and get those issues resolved first before attempting to use a Swiss ball. Now, the third strategy for preventing or avoiding back pain is I'd like you to, anytime you're standing up, to put your body into optimal posture. Now, why is that? Well, besides helping you prevent or avoid back pain, it can also make everything else that you do so much easier. Now, let me ask you this. What does optimal posture look like? Okay, well, I'm going to explain it to you by going from your toes to your nose. So here we go. Number one is your toes are pointed forward. Okay. Number two, your feet are hip width apart. So that's your hip bones apart. You can stand back a little bit right here. Okay. Number three is that your knees are soft, so they're not locked straight and clenched. Okay. 4 is your hips are neutral. So in other words, like here my hips are tilted. Neutral is here. Think of like a bucket, and you don't want to let the water in that bucket spill. Number 5 is your lower abs are drawn in. So that means we're here, not here. Okay? Number 6 is that your lats, which are the biggest muscles in your back, right all back here. Your lats are back. 7 is your chest is up, so we're here. 8 is shoulders down, so we don't want to be like this. We want to be here, okay? 9 is you're breathing from your diaphragm. Now that's up here, not down in your belly. And 10 is your head and neck are neutral. So I want to be here, not sticking out like this, okay? So to summarize, 3 strategies that you can use right now to avoid or prevent back pain. Number 1, get up out of your chair on a regular basis. You can just walk up and down the hall. You can walk to respond to an email in person. You can use a restroom on a different floor in your building, or you can walk around the building inside or outside. Number 2 is you can look at alternatives for a traditional desk and get either a standing desk or a Swiss ball as options. And number 3 is to always hold your body in optimal posture. Now, in previous videos, we've discussed some of the myths around the causes and relief strategies for back pain. I actually have another series of videos that talks about the actual causes of back pain and what's really going on in your body. And I go into this issue much, much deeper. Now, this series also includes a simple, easy to understand instructions and step-by-step demonstrations in exercises and moves that you can do to help prevent and relieve and eliminate back pain. Now, to get your free gift, you want to click on the link that's either in, below, or around this video. Now, for more tips like these, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Black Dress Body with Sue Quintana. If you have a specific question, you can email me at sue@blackdressbody.com. Bye for now. This is Sue, your trainer with a heart.